Property Tribes TV on location north of the border, and we're celebrating our new Scottish property tribe by chatting to some local agents. We're here in Kirkcaldy and I'm joined by Grant Hamilton. And Grant, tell us a little bit about your business here in Kirkcaldy.
We're a small, relatively new two-partner firm of solicitors. We'll operate from the one office here, and we've got 3 lawyers and 2 people in the property department as well.
Now, you're a good person to talk to about the differences between the UK conveyancing system and the Scottish conveyancing system, because there's quite a few significant differences, isn't there?
There are quite a few changes and differences. The big difference between the two systems, I find, is that the Scottish system tends to lead to bargains and deals being done a lot quicker. And that's really down to the system involved. I think in England, most of the bargains and deals are what are called subject to contract. So even though you've got an agreement between the solicitors and the clients, that's all subject to contract. So the parties still need to sign a separate contract at the end of it. Whereas in Scotland, the letters between the solicitors on behalf of the clients, the missives, they actually form the contract. So you're at a binding stage far earlier in Scotland than you might be in England.
And you don't get gazumping here, do you?
You don't tend to get gazumping here, and I think that's really down to the solicitors and the Law Society of Scotland. I mean, we all get together and we just outlaw it really by our own internal rules and regulations, and we've got fairly strict rules and regulations which basically prevent that from happening.
But pretty much once an offer has been accepted, then it generally does go through to completion, doesn't it?
If an offer has been accepted, generally we've got a convention amongst us that we will tell each other if there is a reason why we can't proceed, i.e. if somebody's offer is subject to loan or selling their own one. So you know up front and at an earlier stage what you're waiting on the other side producing before you can get to a concluded stage. And so there's more information available to both the buyers and the sellers, and they know where they stand.
Now, we're here in Kirkcaldy, which is the hometown of Gordon Brown, the ex-Prime Minister, and there's quite a lively buy-to-let market here, isn't there? Because properties, compared to the UK, are significantly cheaper, but still achieving good rents.
Yes, I mean, the property market here has benefited by, it's a bit of an anomaly, by the low house prices, and that there are a lot of buyers who are buying properties with the intention just to let them out. So properties are achieving lesser prices. People with, say for example, £50,000 to £100,000 in the bank, if they invest in a property with that, they can look to achieve rentals of £400 a month, which quite honestly they wouldn't even look at in the banks. And there's also the chance of capital growth, hopefully some capital growth in these properties as well.
Absolutely. Now, for a buyer coming from England thinking of investing in Scotland, what advice would you give them in terms of due diligence or things to watch out for?
Any solicitor that anyone would instruct, whether they're coming from England or from Scotland, will carry out a whole lot of searches, both in terms of the property and in terms of the people that are selling the house to them. They will check on with the local authority as to what plans there are round about for the area. For example, that the council aren't planning on building a motorway through your back garden. A big concern locally and in Fife is mining. There have been a whole lot of mines dotted all over Fife, and so we like to make sure that there are no mines that are going to cause any subsidence problems in the property as well.
Absolutely. And is there a particular type of property in your area that really appeals to buy-to-let investors? Because I would imagine that it's kind of mainly family homes.
Yeah, I think what people are looking for is at least 3 bedrooms nowadays. There are a lot of 2-bedroom properties available, but 3-bedroom properties seems to be popular at the moment. And in a good family area, schools and whatnot are all important. More and more people are now looking to rent because they don't have the deposits available that they might not have needed in the past.
Yeah, we heard just this morning actually that rents in Edinburgh have gone up 5% in the last 3 months.
Right.
So that's quite an significant sort of rise, and I guess that's going to kind of filter out into other areas.
Yeah. What you find in Edinburgh tends to trickle down to the Fife market in a few weeks to a few months' time, so we might see that here as well. Who knows? But we do tend to get the ripple effect from Edinburgh a few weeks or months later on.
Well, thank you very much for sharing those insights with us. It's been lovely talking to you, and thank you for watching Property Tribes TV, another one of our little Scottish spotlights.